Today, I'm going to teach you how to solve quadratic equations that look like this. And we'll be doing it with a 4-step plan. Step number 1, rearrange the equation so that everything is on the left-hand side, so the right-hand side will be 0. Step 2, factorize. Step 3, null factor law. And step 4, we'll have some really simple equations that we can solve. So let's do our plan. Let's see how it works. So I notice here that I want to get everything on one side first. I've got this term here on the left-hand side, but this one's on the right-hand side. Oh no. So let's move this term over to the left-hand side. Currently, this term, 5x, is positive. And when I move it to the left-hand side, it will become negative. So the x squared will still be there. The 5x moves to the other side and becomes negative 5x equals, well, there's nothing left on this side anymore. So this side is just 0. Cool. Therefore, now we can factorize this side because this side's 0. So let's factorize this side. I notice something. There's a factor that goes into x squared and also goes into 5x. And that factor is x. I can divide each of them by x. If I divide x squared by x, then I'm left with x. And I've got this minus 5x. Again, if I divide this by x, I'm left with negative 5. If you're not sure about this, if this is confusing to you, then please go back and look over factorizing, taking out a common factor. Because you kind of need to know how to take out a common factor before using that to solve equations. And so that equals 0. Okay, therefore, well, I've got two things multiplied together. One reason that we factorize this is so now either x is 0 or x take 5 is 0. We can use the null factor law. We've got two things multiplied together where the answer is 0. So let's say that either x is 0 or x minus 5 is 0. We now have two equations. The first one is easier to solve. In fact, it's already solved, right? X is 0. But this second equation, how do we solve this one? X take 5 equals 0. There are a few ways. One way is to imagine this negative 5 moves to the other side and becomes positive 5. So x is 0 plus 5, which is 5. The other way to solve it, I suppose, is to just look at it and see, oh, if I replaced x with 5, then it would say 5 take 5 equals 0, which is true. So these are the two solutions to this equation. All right, well, let's try this one. X plus x squared equals negative 2x. Well, again, let's move everything to the left-hand side. I've got three terms here, the x term, the positive x squared term, and the negative 2x term. I'm going to move this term to the other side. It was negative 2x, and it will become positive 2x. So I copy down the x and the x squared, but that negative 2x has moved over the equal sign and become positive 2x. And that equals, well, there's nothing left here because I moved this term over. So it equals 0. Now, just to make it a little bit easier for ourselves, we can collect like terms. I've got one lot of x here plus two lots of x there. You know, if I have one banana plus two bananas, I have three bananas. I can collect those things. They're the same type of thing. I can't collect the x squared and say, oh, I've got 4x squared, because they're different types of things. X and x squared are not like terms. They're different categories of things. So I can collect like the x and the 2x to become 3x though. And that, well, I'll just copy down, equals 0. I haven't messed with that side yet, but I will need to copy it down. And now I can do the same thing where I take out a common factor. I've got 3x here and x squared here. Definitely x goes into both of those. So I can put the x out the front. 3x divided by x is 3. X squared divided by x is x equals 0. And now this is factorized, right? So I've got something here times something else, and the answer is 0. Therefore, bam, null factor law. One of these things has to be 0. Either x is 0 or 3 plus x equals 0. And again, we solve each of these equations. The first one is already solved. That's easy. So I don't have to do anything for that. That's already done. Yay. So x is 0, or in here, the solution is x equals -3. One way to see the solution is, well, I've got a term here that's +3. And if I move it to the other side, it will become -3. So the 3 will disappear from here and will appear there. Woo! At x equals 0 take 3, and 0 take 3 is -3. Cool. All right. So I hope this has been helpful for you to learn how to solve some quadratic equations. We'll learn some even more techniques later, so you can solve even more kinds of equations. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck with your quadratics. Bye!